or no, have you anyone participated in the P90X challenge? Do you remember where Tony Horton says, it's like after some like really impossible yoga exercise that lasts forever, he's like, I hate it, but I love it. That's kind of the same thing with Facebook Live. I don't like doing it. However, it's really, really effective. And I want to kind of go over some of the awesome ways to do it, 10 foolproof ways that you can dominate on here. Now I've got my script because I don't want to forget anything. So I'll look at this from time to time. So remember, everyone's afraid, okay? So you have to just do it. Just have to get out of your comfort zone and actually just send these videos out, okay? Now, the hard part is when I first started, I would never watch the video twice. I would make it and then I was done with it, okay? Now I kind of like to go back and see where I can get better and improve upon. So at first, if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it, okay? So Facebook Live versus video. So I've done both and they act very, very differently. If you do just a regular video, you'll get some pretty good polls out of it and some pretty good views, but you will not get the full pop of a Facebook Live. I've done it both ways. One time we were at an open house in a place in Eagle, and with Jason, one of our agents, and we couldn't get the live to work because the internet was screwed up. And so we did a video instead, and it was about half the views of what we would have got with a Facebook Live. So I strongly recommend always doing those Facebook Lives if you possibly can. I don't know the science or the algorithms or this, whatever behind the scenes, but that's just it, okay? So let's talk about best practices and topics. When I first did my very first Facebook Live, it was in the middle of winter. It was freezing. It was Sunday, and my assistant Sarah was already gonna hold the house open. It's this gorgeous place in Mace River. And I had intentions of just leaving church midway through, walking in like a conquering hero, calmly doing my Facebook Live, and leaving, okay? Now what actually happened was way different. I was scared the whole time at church. I was worried driving over there. I kept thinking, I wonder if I even really should do this or not. And I kept thinking, there's gotta be a way to get out of this. But anyways, it was cold, it was freezing, but at the exact same time, I'm sweating profusely, stumbling over my words, but anyways, you get it done. So, since then, I've gotten slightly better, but you're still gonna stumble through, but that makes for a good one. So, basically, I wanna show you some proof of some of the videos I've done, and it's awesome because, some of these videos only get 200-300 views, which is fine, right? But some of them get 8,000 to 12,000 views or even more. So I'm gonna kind of show you real quick. Since it's live, I don't have any fancy graphics. But like this was one that we did at a parade, and we got 3 shares, 1,000 views, 15 comments, and I tagged a few people in it. This is a pre-parade party, 2,000 views, 42 comments, 10 shares. This was just a gorgeous house in Eagle, 1.7 million, 1,000 views. This is with one of my favorite builders at a new community, 1.8 views. This was at the haunted house. This is my best one. This was a listing of ours, one of our agents who actually owns it as well. And this has almost 8,000 views, 64 comments, and 34 shares. We interviewed a new agent we brought on who is pretty famous here in Boise. He's a quarterback, Jared Zabransky. And then, and then some, like a new community we brought on, and you can see this one has 759 views. This was a recap of an event I went to with 600 views. So as you can see, you can bring in quite a bit. This was actually the very first one. This is the one I was telling you about that was a disaster. But still, it's your first one, it's not too bad. So, let's hit it. 10 steps. First of all, what other form of marketing can you bring in 200 views to 10,000 or plus views for free, right? It's not that, you can pay a lot of money and not get near the results. So some of the things that has been great is I've pulled actual legit buyers, people from my sphere that I normally would not have reached out to, and then people from their sphere as well, which is great because otherwise I was not going to make those calls and find them. All right, 10 steps. Number 1, be interesting, okay? Now, people are bored at work. They're checking Facebook, they're not doing anything, they're interested in what you're doing. So give them something they're interested in. So NBC News says that smartphone users check Facebook 14 times a day. There's no way, that is so low, there's no way. It's gotta be 60 to 100 times. People are bored, okay? They wanna be entertained and educated a little bit. So think about entertaining them. So that's number 1, be interesting. Now, number 2, have fun with it. You are gonna stumble over your words. You are going to screw up. I guarantee it. Just embrace it, okay? I've literally deleted a Facebook Live midway through, and it was bad. Kate can attest to that. Kate, can you turn the phone on yourself? This was a bad.
Oh. It was not one of our best ones. Definitely not.
So, if you've ever had to delete a Facebook Live, you know how bad it can go. I started stumbling and there's no recovery, okay? Number 3, do a dry run first. Nothing is live about Facebook Live. Make sure you've practiced it. At least understand your script. Have walked through the house so you don't trip over anything, okay? Number 4, have somebody else hold the phone. Right now, having Kate hold the phone. It's too hard to do all the stuff, okay? Number 5, this is one that's important for me. Slow down. I talk way too fast, and I've been talking too fast the whole time. And just reading this told me to slow down. Number 6, talk to the people commenting live on your feed. This is the magic of this platform, okay? So, if there's anybody live, I need to talk to you, okay? Number 7, write out your post before you do the video. So when you click on it, it'll say go live, and it will have a description. It'll say describe your video. Put in everything first rather than afterwards. That way, right when you press post, it goes out. And that's including tagging people who will be in the video as well as get out to their groups as well, okay? Number 9, plan a great setting and bring as much energy as you possibly can. So this is a little bit more beautiful than the inside of my car and also inside my office, which I've been hitting a lot of lately. So think of like homes, new developments, restaurants, and anything you can do to avoid monotone car videos will be appreciated by everybody. Number 10, wear branded gear. I think of Cody Heller. He's one of our really good agents, and he's always wearing a Boise Premier shirt. He's got all the different colors you can imagine, all the styles, and it's subtly telling people what he does, okay? So, as far as topics, you can go through, my page is public, you can just go on there and look what I've done for sure, but think about this for topics. Be creative and have fun. So, the Parade of Homes is very awesome. I mean, we take for granted what we get to see on a daily basis. Other people aren't going through these amazing homes all the time, so show them. Now, with that, be careful. If it's not your listing or your brokerage's listing, you're going to want to ask permission first, okay? You can't just shoot any house out there. Interview people. Interview interesting people. They're awesome. Find out what they're doing and tell people about it. Quick videos with the real estate tip of the week, and you can gear those towards buyers or sellers or whatever you want, okay? Open houses. Go back and watch my Atomic open house, because there's nothing worse than seeing a lonely agent in a lonely open house, okay? At least get something out of it. Let people know what you're doing. Builders. Builders are awesome. They don't market very well at all, so help them, okay? Interview them, walk through their stuff, show people what they're doing. New communities. Everybody wants to know what's coming in where, okay? Interesting homes, luxury homes, flippers, beat up houses. Once again, make sure you get permission. And the whole goal of Facebook Live, guys, is to stay top of mind. So if you think about it, we are only relevant 5 to 6% of somebody's whole life. So how do you stay relevant for the other 95% when they don't need to buy or sell a house? The goal is, all the different pillars of marketing we talk about, calls, social media, email blasts, all those things. However, Facebook Live is a big, big portion of that. And in a few years, maybe it won't be such a big deal, but it certainly is right now. So anyways, I hope you guys like this. If you found any value in it, like our page, share our page, and tell your agent friends. Thanks, guys.